Oh yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Peace, peace, peace. And more peace. It's the same old story. We gotta get to the meat of it. Tired of hearing niggas talk about grandma. Let's talk about mama. Let's talk about your dad. How many of y'all know crackheads that became Muslims? Right? It's a calling card. They go together. A crackhead and a Muslim. They go together. They the same thing. A jailbird and a Muslim. They go together. How many of y'all know a crackhead and a Muslim? Same person. Hmm? What we don't think about, what we forget about, is the crackhead and the Muslim. You know what I mean? These niggas grow up. These niggas stop smoking crack eventually 20 years down the line, right? And they stuck. Because it's like all these crackheads that was Muslims, they had Muslim kids. The fuck? Shit don't stop. Every nigga you know with a Muslim name got a crackhead for a parent. It's no fucking way around it. It's not. It's like it's a 99.9% chance. This is an epidemic. You don't know who you are because you had a crackhead for a parent. You had a Muslim for a parent. You got a funny name for a parent. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't know who they are. A nigga know he not a Jamal. A chick knows she not a Khadijah. We know this shit. You not Latifah. You know what I'm saying? We wake up, we like, why the fuck would a nigga give us this name? They was some crack shit. It was smoked out. The motherfuckers had lost their minds. You know what I'm saying? And the Muslim shit allowed these niggas to be crackheads. The Muslim, the religion, all that shit allowed these niggas to indulge in this crime and this self gratification, you know? And that was their culture. This is the crack culture. All the drug dealers is Muslims, my nigga. All the big drug dealers is Muslims. You dig what I'm saying? All these niggas is Muslims. The crack dealers is Muslims. The motherfucking... It's the epidemic and shit. I mean, so now you got all these kids with these weird ass names. You got all these kids that's looking for identity. See, like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like I'm saying, it's a self-indulgent world. It's a world where niggas is going for self. We grew up in this shit. We got a bunch of parents that went for self. Crackheads and Muslims. I don't give a fuck if y'all don't like it. Like, this is real life and shit. We gotta deal in reality. We can't get together because we got a bunch of fucking children of fucking crackheads with Muslim names, with Hebrew fucking names, because of these crackhead parents. These get high niggas from the fucking 80s and 90s and 70s and shit. Put the curse on us. It ain't nobody else. Like, that's the thing about this shit. Y'all motherfuckers acting like niggas can't deal with reality and shit. Your mama fucked you up. Your daddy fucked you up, nigga. You gotta deal with reality and shit. The niggas in your family fucked you up. Sorry. You not a Jamal. You not a Kareem. You not. It's a motherfucking crack culture. We living in a world right now, like I said, bro. The hardest thing for us to deal with is the people around us. We don't know who around us. We don't know who around us. What happened to the crack baby? What happened to the crack baby, y'all? What happened to these kids or these children that was getting high, right? That was growing up doped out, watching their parents on drugs, watching their parents in and out of jail. What happened to these niggas? Like when I tell you about the forgotten and shit, niggas really forgot about these niggas. You don't hear a motherfucker talk about a crack baby. What happened? Like that was the epidemic. That was all niggas knew about. You a crack baby. Crack baby's on TV. But it's gone. See, we living in a crack mentality, bro. The era is gone, but the mentality is here. You had to watch your mom fuck up. You had to watch your dad fuck up. You had to watch this whole fucking degenerate ass behavior and shit. You grew up in this shit. You don't fuck with these niggas. Like, I don't care. We all want to say we can forgive, but y'all motherfuckers is hurt. Y'all motherfuckers is hurt. Y'all need to admit this shit to yourself. Y'all motherfuckers is hurt. It was a point in your life where you had to let go of your mother, where you had to let go of your father. He just won't get it together. This nigga just in and out of jail. This motherfucker just don't know how to get a job. This motherfucker just don't know how to not to steal. You had to just block your dad out of your mind. True? Am I lying? It's a time where Christmas probably you had to sidetrack Christmas, sidetrack getting shit, sidetrack your mom not having, huh? So what do you do when you gotta live a life like that and shit? Like these is the month. I mean, like you have to understand. Like we can talk family, but that's the pretend shit. Like the family shit right now is pretend. We have to understand. Like I say, we around people that don't trust their family, y'all. We talking family, but we as a community grew up in a family where we all gotta go for self. Y'all, everybody, come on, bro. I had a girlfriend who lived in Willingboro, New Jersey. Her mother and her father lived together, 2-parent household. These motherfuckers got a single house, living happily. I asked her, why your parents get divorced? My dad smoking crack. What? In New Jersey? In Willingboro? In the suburbs? This nigga smoking crack? And you bad and you bougie and you live in a suburb cheerleader ass life and shit, but your dad is a crackhead in the suburbs. Yeah, facts. What's she doing? Acting out, showing out now. She got her and her sister, like, these are suburban kids. They don't know what to do. So they start acting out. They start stealing from school, thinking that if they be bad, their dad gotta pay attention to them. Guess what? Their dad don't pay attention to them. Their dad is into what their dad is into. This the suburbs. What you think is happening in the city? What you think is happening in the city and shit? So this ain't no this is a secret. This is your family secret. I know. I know why you Muslim. I know why your name Aliyah, and your name is Khadijah, and your name is motherfucking Islamic. Cause your mom and your dad was in that crack culture. Your mom and your dad bit the bait. Like that's what we gotta understand. And it's like we as kids, niggas growing up with these funny ass names, niggas growing up with parents that we can't trust, niggas growing up detached from these motherfuckers. Cause you gotta detach from pain, you gotta detach from not having, you gotta detach from niggas going for self. Like it's a problem when we can't talk about how we feel when our parents wouldn't stop going to jail. You know what I mean? Like when our dads wouldn't stop going to jail and we can't talk about it. When we can't talk about that these niggas made a decision to say fuck us and fuck their responsibilities and we gotta hold that in. What do that do to a nigga? What do it do to a nigga when you trying to get your parents off of drugs? Like I said, this girl and her sister trying to figure out how can we get our dad to stop. This is their responsibility now. You know what I'm saying? The children have the responsibility of trying to fuck around for their parents. Get them right. So they detach from this shit. You want to get far away from these motherfuckers as possible. You really want to get back to something because all we got is this block. All we got is this crack layer, this crack mentality where you gotta go for self. You gotta go for self. Your parents went for self on you. Brother, I'm telling you, it's hard to acknowledge this shit, but you gonna have to. Y'all going through life mad, and y'all going through life upset. Y'all going through life getting triggered and shit because you don't trust nobody. You can't trust nobody. You grew up in a world where motherfuckers will leave you for a weekend to get high. Motherfuckers might do some unscrupulous shit to get high. And all they leave you with is this goddamn Muslim name and shit. Like, I understand you can have a generation of motherfuckers that don't know who they are because there was a generation of crackhead Muslims. I got them all in my family. I ain't gonna lie to you. As I got a lot of American Indian names, but I got a lot of Muslim names in my family. A lot of crackhead children, Muslim names in my family. You do too. You got a crackhead Muslim name. Like, what the fuck? I mean, come on now. Nobody before this crack generation was born with this bullshit ass names and these bullshit ass identities. Nobody. The niggas had to change their names. And they cursed us with the shit. We grew up seeing this fuckery. We grew up seeing that all these niggas do is make bad decisions, starting with my motherfucking name. This shit is it. I mean, bro, we trying to build some shit, but we building with secrets. We building with motherfuckers that's ashamed. Like I can like I want to hate a motherfucker that get on here and want to change their name and all this shit, but no, because he don't know who the fuck he named after. Like, again, when you change your name, you saying that I believe in this book more than I believe in the niggas that I know. I'm looking for a spirit. I'm looking for a archetype that's in the name of a book, a Muslim, a hadith, a Quran. The name that's in this book is going to give me spiritual meaning, going to give me fulfillment. And this is what I've been looking for, and I'm going to give it to my child. That's what y'all saying. That's what y'all saying. Now, the children gotta grow up. And it's like it's like a motherfucker getting married in Vegas. That's what the 80s was like. Y'all niggas got married and y'all niggas got married in Vegas on a whim. And y'all left these children with dumbass names. Y'all left these kids lost in the fucking sauce. Like I told y'all, I had a girlfriend named Fatima Salam. Poor little girl, bad chick to me, but I love her to death. But she grew up with this name, and as she come adult, she don't want this name. She don't want to be a Muslim. She know that this shit fake. She look at her family. She see the hypocrisy in the shit. She'd do anything but be a Muslim. She was trying to be a Christian. But can she change her name? Huh? No, she can't change her name. She named after the prophet's daughter. This imaginary, fictitious shit in the fucking book because the people around her gave up on the real people in life that they knew. The people that they knew that had energy and spirit and had resilience. And they went to a fictitious book. They let a motherfucker name them that don't know them. Like, this is the era and shit. And we watching these niggas make mistakes. We watching these niggas fuck up. Like, I'm telling y'all, bro, like, I hope my best friend don't get mad at me. I'm trying. I didn't realize it until 3 in the morning. Like, what the fuck, bro? My best friends in the world, all my best friends in the world could be fucking mad at me right now. And I didn't understand it. right? Because I'm talking about scenarios and situations that my best friends unfortunately had to grow up in. Yeah, I could be talking fly shit, but you know niggas that live in this life, my nigga? Do you know motherfucking niggas that grew up with crackhead parents on some Muslim shit? My cousins, like I'm telling you, best friends, cousins, all got this Muslim bullshit attached. I got a cousin named Iman. Imam not a fucking Muslim. Kazira not a fucking Muslim. You see how fucked up this shit gets? Niggas growing up with Muslim, like you gotta run through life explaining to niggas, I'm Imam. What's the Imam? Oh, it's really a Muslim shit. You Muslim? No, I ain't Muslim. What's going on? My mom, she on some dumb shit. She thinks she cute. She wanna fuck around and name us after some motherfuckers she never met because it sound cool. Crackhead tendencies. Like, I understand why y'all motherfuckers don't like and trust nobody. Like I say, bro, it hit me that it's a war between our parents and our grandparents. Y'all motherfuckers is acting like y'all chose the sides. Oh yeah, we down with grandma. Grandma said, fuck what mom said. We ain't Muslim, we ain't all this shit. But you got a Muslim name and all this shit. So there's a war here, bro. There's a war here. There was a time when a motherfucker went for self. Can you recognize that shit? Can you recognize when a motherfucker said, I hate my mother? I hate my family? Did you say that? Or did some other niggas say that shit and leave you to fucking to deal with the motherfucking the consequences? Come on now. How many of y'all niggas got Muslim names because of some crackhead shit? Like, we gotta talk about this shit or we're never gonna be able to be honest as people. Never. Never. Fucked up. We got played. We fucked up. We got a whole generation of niggas that got played. That's why you got niggas naming their kids Sky. I mean, no, not Sky. What was the shit they was doing like with the Jay-Z shit? Ivy. But no, it was getting real weird for a minute. Like 7 and 6. Niggas was naming their kids anything different. Because we don't understand what a name is. We looking for a motherfucker in a book to represent us. We looking for a culture to accept our fucking degeneracy. Anything that's going to accept our degeneracy is what they named you after, my nigga. Oh, you oppressed? You a Hebrew. Oh, you a crackhead? You a Muslim. Anything that motherfucking couldn't help us is what they named you after and shit. Like I'm telling you, like I really feel bad for niggas. I feel bad for niggas because I didn't understand how can everybody feel so lost. But I gotta remember that all of us, a lot of us, see, like I'm saying, yeah, this is an American Indian name. Yeah, Tamika's American Indian name. Tasha's American Indian name. I'm so American that I forgot that the majority of us is fucked up and fucked over. I'm trying to make us feel comfortable. Oh yeah, Tasha, Tamika, Lauren, and John and Sean. These is American names. And I'm forgetting that the rest of us is fucked up with this Bible names. The rest of us is fucked up with these fucking Muslim names. So we don't give a fuck about this shit. Like it's so many factors in here that's keeping us from really trusting the people around us and shit. We don't trust our family. We don't trust the niggas that gave us our names, and then we're lost. And then we're lost. Then we're confused and shit. Then we're wondering, how do we fit in? Where's our family from? Like, again, it's easy to believe that you ain't shit because you can look around and say, my parents believe we ain't shit. My parents believe that this wasn't our name and our like I'm telling, I believe some of us is really so far gone. How do I help the girl from the suburbs that I said her dad was on crack, right? My bad. I'm not trying to hurt people. I'm just being honest. Her name was Aaliyah. You know what I'm saying? Right? It's real fucked up, bro. This shit is real fucked up. I don't care no more, bro. Like, it's real fucked up. I'm on the other side of this. I'm really on the other side of this shit, man. I see what it is. It's people that make shit happen. It's the same people that do shit. Everybody else is waiting for the shit to happen. Everybody else is afraid. Everybody else is just looking for their little piece. We've been fucked over as a generation, bro. We've been fucked over. I keep saying we the forgotten, but that's not enough. I gotta say why we forgotten. I gotta say who forgot us. We can't blame nobody. We gotta fuck around and know who did what. This shit is simple and shit. Come on, man. I mean, we can all sit here and trace where the fuckery started. We can trace this shit. Who was the first nigga that stepped out and did their own thing? Fuck it. If we can't recognize that some niggas did them, we gonna always be lost. We can't realize that this nigga fucked up. They made their own decision. That's why you can't make your own decision. That's why I'm saying the crackhead got us stressed. The crackhead got us not trusting. The crackhead got us going for self. The crackhead got us not wanting to identify with our family. It's still, I'm sure it's a shame in that motherfucker when you gotta get around niggas and you gotta watch them. Like, I don't know, man. We're toast. We're toast. If you can't admit that some niggas fucked you up, if you can't admit that some niggas did them on you, then you will never be able to do you. I mean, like I say, this is hindsight. This is 2020 and shit. I'm not disrespecting anybody. I'm just telling you what happened. I'm just telling you what happened. The tendencies and the results. You had a crackhead for a parent, and they was a Muslim. In their own mind, at least, they gave you a Muslim name. You held on to that. You believed that was your identity and shit. You wanted that to be. You wanted that shit to make sense. It's more than just a nigga believing in shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, these names, like we all want to identify with our names and shit. We want our names to represent us. You know what I'm saying? So now it's hard to go against the Muslim if you got a Muslim name. Crackheads and Muslims ruin our generation and shit. Ruin niggas. Destroy niggas and shit. Every drug dealer you know gave his kids Muslim names and shit. Every drug dealer you know gave their kids Muslim names. Every crackhead you know gave their kids Muslim names. We don't know who we are. We lost in the sauce. We looking for identity. We looking for fucking our true history and shit. And we can't admit that we got crackheads in our family. We got Muslims in our family and shit. This is stupid and shit. Like, we the dumbest niggas in the world and shit. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. What the fuck? We know where this shit happened at. We know where this shit all started at. See what I'm saying? We just can't deal with it. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to get to the root of this shit. That some niggas fucked up. Some niggas went for self, and they gave us fucked up names and left us looking for identity. The crackhead fucked you up, my nigga. They was looking for identity. They was looking for somebody to let them smoke their crack and allow them to be drug dealers, allow them to be gangsters and thieves. And Islam did that. Islam allowed these niggas to rob and steal and sell drugs. Islam allowed these niggas to fuck around and go in and out of jail and shit. That's what that shit did. It fucking around and it fostered that degenerate ass culture and shit. Everybody acting like the crack babies is gone. Brother, they all around us. They all around us and shit. Every nigga, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but we gotta get this out in the open. So we can fuck around and move forward and shit. We can move forward and shit. Like that's why niggas come online and change their names and be acting Muslim and be acting Hebrew and be acting, you know, fucking Bayish and all that shit. Like they grew up around niggas that's easily changing their names. They grew up around niggas that's easily changing their names. I got friends named Jamal and Omar, and these motherfuckers is Christians. You know what I'm saying? Omar is a preacher. You know what I'm saying? These niggas was never Muslims, but it was a wave of niggas that was just turning their back. Like, fuck grandma, fuck that family shit. It was a wave of niggas. It was a whole generation of motherfuckers that said, fuck family. You know what I'm saying? Imagine you Omar and you a Christian preacher and shit. That's how fucked up this shit is. Crackheads and motherfucking degenerates in our family and shit, and we left to bear the brunt. And I'm not saying these is negative people. Again, they might have had the best intentions at the time. You know what I'm saying? The best intentions was to get away from crackheads, right? Get away from a legacy of degeneracy and shit at the time and shit. But they went into deeper degeneracy. They went into more fucking, you know what I mean? Into a cesspool. It's gonna be hard to build with a nigga when they got family fucking secrets. It's gonna be hard to trying to really, trying to let niggas be free and let niggas be honest when they got family fucking secrets and shit. When they don't feel adequate. They don't feel regular. Cause they grew up in toxic ass houses around crackhead Muslims, around drug dealing Muslims, around in and out of jail Muslims and shit. I understand and shit. Like that's one of our biggest problems, if not the biggest problem. Shit, the niggas don't. It's a detachment from their family. It's a total detachment from their family. There's no way in the world I should have to go to a church and listen to a Muslim named Christian. Yeah, he don't know who he is. I understand. He might have to question himself because we start believing these names. We start believing these identities and shit. That's why I'm saying it ain't no hope for niggas. It ain't no hope for niggas. Like, it's just the ones. You can't tell a nigga to let his bloodline stay pure. Like, y'all gotta understand, bro. We are coming out of a generation of do for self. Do for self. Go for self. I'm out for Delphia. Selfie. We are coming out of that generation. Everybody here is prey. Like I say, man, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's times like people would sell drugs to their own family, bro. If you had a crackhead in your family, niggas was selling drugs to them. They didn't give a fuck. Yeah. What do y'all do, bro? I get it, bro. This is the secret. This is the real secret and shit. Less than niggas. Niggas that feel less than. Niggas that got their own story. Niggas that got their own history, their own secrets. Niggas that know they fucking lineage and shit. Know who they come from. like I say, the hardest thing, bro, is when like a kid has to make a decision to say, like, my parents don't love me. My parents don't love me. My parents, like, you know what I'm saying? My parents don't care about me. My parents are more interested in themselves than me. That's hard for a motherfucker to accept, bro. And we talking about family and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm out here talking about family and trying to build and unite family. But but to these niggas, family is a trigger. Family is some motherfuckers that will abandon you for self. Family is some niggas that will steal from you. Family is some niggas that will lie. Like, it's a shame, bro. Like, it's a shame. We can't accept the shit. I'm pushing family, 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 but we really know family. You know what I'm saying? We know what the family has become. We know what the family is today. We know how degenerated and how fucking selfish these niggas is. So it's like, how many motherfuckers want to have more family? More selfish niggas. More niggas that'll fuck around and be smoking crack. You know what I mean? More niggas that'll fuck around. Like, think about that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this for everybody. I don't give a fuck. Think about this shit. Think about the kid and shit. Like I say, it's a point where you realize, yo, you gotta fuck around and gotta block your parent out your head. Because again, it's a certain point where the parent might be embarrassing. You out here doing what you doing, but you're not thinking that your kids is getting laughed at, your kids getting talked about. Everybody can see that your mom is on drugs. Everybody can see that your dad is on as a smoker, right? So you a kid, you gotta get. It's a certain day, it's a certain time where a motherfucker, where you gotta get desensitized to the joke about the truth. It's the truth. Like, we grew up in this shit where we really gotta let a motherfucker make a joke about our parents being fuck niggas, being crackheads, being, smokers and all this shit. And we gotta desensitize, we gotta detach from being a fucking affiliated with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta, like, sometimes in our life we have some parents, like I say, like again, like my shout out to Shawnee and shit. Like, she had to make a decision and shit. Like, you know, she's going to live her life according to her own standards. We know these niggas, bro. And this crackhead shit, this, like I'm telling you, man, the worst thing is these Muslims acting like they not ex drug dealers, ex felons, ex motherfucking killers. You know what I mean? And that they fucking with this religion just for fucking, cause they let them do their fuck shit, and it's all they homies still doing the same fuck shit. I get it. It's like, it sound good. You in jail. You got the Muslims. Nobody fuck with the Muslims. They gonna bang, yada yada yada. I get it. It sounds good. Sounds good. All that shit sounds good. But what about the kids that's home in the streets while my daddy's in jail, living like a goddamn king, living like a fuck around, like a, you know what I mean, living like a Muslim fucking monk. Like, bro, I understand this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I understand this shit. It's fucked up. We got family secrets. We got family secrets and shit. You know, Our self-worth is terrible. And we got good reason and shit. We got good reason and shit. Like, I can see where it all started. But it's hard for motherfuckers to accept it and shit. Niggas don't want to admit that shit. Niggas don't want to admit your mom fucked you off, your dad fucked you off on some bullshit. Like, it wasn't a million years ago. It was one or two niggas ago that fucked you off. What you gonna do about this shit? You gonna stay fucked off? Like, come on, bro. Like, it's like, yo, man, like, it's really hard to imagine the confusion that a crack baby feel, that an adult crack baby has. I mean, like I say, even in your family, like I'm telling you, I heard these niggas say it to me a million times. They don't fuck with nobody in my family, but my mama, right? I've heard these niggas say this shit. Why? Because nobody is worried about the crackheads' kids. Nobody else is caring about the crackheads' kids. Nobody else, like, again, when you in a crack house, like, I don't know if y'all had niggas that y'all ever seen a nigga grow up in a crack house. You ever seen niggas who parents will leave the house to go get drugs and leave the house to go motherfucking, get money to get drugs. You ever had some niggas watch their mom get high in the house? You ever had some niggas watch their mom, you know, bring men in and out the house and shit? Like, there is a time in your life, there's a point where you gotta detach from this shit, bro. You gotta detach. Yeah, I mean, like it's a go for self mentality and shit. Your other family members ain't coming to save you. Like, you might wish as a child that, why can't I live with my aunt? Why can't I live with my cousin and shit? You don't want to live with your crackhead mom, but they can't take you from your mom. That's their family. It's like the crack is the secret. The drug use, the drug abuse is the family secret. They can't take you from her. You know what I'm saying? Now, because then if they taking kids, now it's exposed. Now she's a real crackhead and his family, da 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 da. So they be letting niggas live in these toxic environments. And you grow up realizing that these niggas let you live in this toxic environment and you don't fuck with these niggas. You don't fuck with these niggas. They don't know why you don't fuck with these niggas. They thought they was minding their business. You know what I mean? They thought they wasn't being nosy and being messy and shit. They knew she would get it together. She'd figure it out. But when you a kid, when you young, all that seemed like is these motherfuckers don't give a fuck. All that seemed like is that these motherfuckers left you in that house and they knew what was going on. These niggas, like I tell you, man, like, they do their best. Niggas, like, that's why, like, niggas be like that's why I don't go like around the family like in groups of sets. The family done split up. I go as they split up. I can go anywhere. I'm not trying to bring niggas together because I understand why niggas ain't together. Niggas ain't together because when the shit was fucked up, nobody was fucking around and check and going to places when it wasn't cool. I always had to go to places. I didn't have a choice. A nigga, that's where I had to go. This is where my school at. I go here after school. This is where I go on the weekends. This, like, I don't have a choice. I fuck with everybody. So as an adult, I fuck with everybody. But I realized that now, like the reason why because again, I can't explain why she didn't fuck with you. I can assume, like I said, this is why they didn't do it. But I can't tell every one of my cousins why my other aunts didn't come save them, why my other aunts didn't take them on trips, and why my other aunts didn't buy them clothes on Christmas and shit. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what kids is thinking about. Y'all know what's going on. Why did y'all leave me with this shit? And we family. So it ain't no family. It's easy to really want to be a part of a fucking uh, uh, a scheme and a scam, a we are the world type of shit. It's so easy to be a Pan African and fuck the niggas in your family. It's so easy to be grandma was an Indian because that's the truth, and everybody else is degenerates and shit. And we've accepted the degenerate part. We've accepted the part that grandma was an Indian, but we're not. The secret is these other niggas is degenerates. These other motherfuckers blew it. These other motherfuckers almost ruined us. Like, yeah, accepting grandma was the Indian is like you chose a side, my nigga. That's the reality and shit. You chose a side. I get it. Your name is Jamal. Your name is Fatima. Your name is Aaliyah. You acting like you can't go all the way. Like I say, all of this extra shit, I'm not understanding the motherfucking intricacies of the shit. But you picked the side because again, I'm telling you, your mother hates your grandmother. Your fucking father hates your grandfather. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Anybody that's going to change their name, I mean, again, to some niggas in a book, some foreign shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, cool. Maybe your grandma moved from the South, right? I'm trying to paint the picture. Your grandma came from the South, right? And maybe she didn't have a lot of brothers and sisters, no family in the North, right? So in the big city, she fucking with neighbors, right? It's neighborhoods and communities and shit. It's not so much, family. Like again, like I say, it's people that got big families, and then a lot of people don't. Most people don't have big fucking families. So your grandma was just, letting you play with neighbors and letting you. There was no whole lot of history. She was just doing the culture. She was just eating beans, corn, and squash, and just family reunions. You wasn't immersed in the shit. It wasn't like you had an echo chamber with aunties and uncles and sisters and seeing everybody doing the same thing. I can understand that. But okay, your grandma moved up here to the north, and it's like the kids grew up in the streets. Like I said, bro, the streets is what fucked us up. The cold is what fucked us up. Niggas learned the street code. Niggas wanted to be in the streets. Niggas wanted to be fast money. Girls wanted to be fast ass. And they said, fuck your grandma. Like again, how many of y'all grandmas was maids and house like bro, I've never seen motherfuckers cry except when they talk about their grandma used to clean house or their grandma used to keep house. My mama used to keep house. I said I never like motherfuckers will get to crying because their grandma was help. You know what I'm saying? These niggas hate your grandma, bro. You have to understand that. Like, what did your grandma do? Did she work? Did she do laundry? Did she help? What did your grandpa do? Was this nigga a carpenter? Did he work with hands? Did he build houses? Could he fix anything? They hate these niggas. Nobody wants to be help. Nobody wants to be a cook or like, you know what I mean? The most important shit in the world, right? So you have to understand, growing up in the city without family, without reinforcements and echo chambers, and watching your mom be help, watching your mom go out here and clean these white folks' house. She not thinking that, hey, these white folks living in caves, they don't know how to clean their house. They don't know how to cook fucking food. They don't know how to wash themselves. This is all new to them. They need help. Really? You think they know how to wash clothes? Huh? You think they know how to fuck around and wash their house and clean their kids? No, they need help. They want to be integrated into American culture, but we not knowing that our parents is fucking, our grandparents is doing the real work at the time. The real work is to teach these immigrants how to integrate, right? But no, we don't want to be helped. at all. That's why we get into our mindset. You the first nigga that go to college. You the first nigga that graduated. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because all of these other niggas was help. And we hate help. It's easy to believe your motherfucking grandma was your great grandma was a slave when your grandma was a maid. You know what I'm saying? Like like you can't understand the intricacies of the shit. How the easy money in a time where it was easy, like, you know what I mean? Like where when it, like I say, like the same way Chinese people feel about us. Like they don't want to do nothing for themselves. They don't want to cook for themselves. They don't want to clean their own clothes. Like, okay, like again, if you can do laundry at your house and bring it back and get paid for it, what? Okay. If you can make some fish at the house and then drop it off and get paid for it, okay. Like we don't understand that concept. So we hate these niggas, these fucking maids and these helpers, these housekeepers and shit. Like I say, man, imagine if Grandpa was alive today. Grandpa would be a fucking millionaire. If your uncle wasn't a crackhead, he'd be a fucking millionaire. What do I mean? What do you mean, David? We just had the biggest housing fucking boom in the world. They built up every fucking crack house in the world next to you. Every fucking smoker ran down building. Who was the niggas that was building? Our crackheads, our pop-pops and grandmoms. But we said, fuck them niggas giving out help. We let a whole bunch of Mexicans come in here and build up a billion dollar, trillion dollar industry that we paying 3 or 4 times to live. And these was dollar houses. But they didn't teach us to trade. They made us hate the shit. So again, every time you understand how many niggas y'all know was flipping houses and hiring Mexicans. How many of y'all niggas know like was flipping houses and hiring immigrants? Because we don't know how to do this shit. We drug dealers. Like all the drug dealers have money to buy up so many fucking houses. But we don't have niggas to make the houses because we hate them niggas. They help. This is what they did to the generations. This is what they did to our mindset. So I'm saying, y'all, we chose our side. Niggas chose their side. Y'all niggas out here pushing grandma. But nobody want to accept the fact why they even got to talk about grandma. That's the family secret. That's the disgusting part. Why grandma's such a fucking superhero? Why grandma is the last Indian? Why is grandma the only real nigga that we know and shit? It's the family secret. It's the shit we can't admit. You know what I'm saying? But okay, we hate grandma in the low. We was raised to hate grandma. Her housekeeping, non-working for these crackers mentality. Boy, we got secrets, boy. We got secrets and shit. You know? And this shit is pain. Like all of us, like it's so many niggas walking around here living with pain. Like living in pain, living in depression, living with the family that don't love them, living with memories of crackhead shit. Like we wish that this shit could be forgotten. Like I'm telling y'all, like bro, you got it's like we gotta get we niggas gotta pick their sides, man, in their own mind. In their own mind. You know what I'm saying? It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Niggas gotta pick their sides. Niggas gotta decide who they wanna be. Like again, our parents decided who they wanna be. Same, like my mom did the same stupid shit. My fucking grandma named my mom Diana. Diana. My mom's hated that name. She went into the government and changed her name to Diane. This motherfucker name is Diane on paper. Don't call her Diana. She hates that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't understand where the gap started, where the generation gap started, where the bridge between why we don't know ourselves and the motherfuckers that wanted to forget themselves. They not that far away. It don't mean we don't love. Like I said, I don't give a fuck what y'all think. It don't mean we don't love these niggas. It don't mean we don't motherfucking care about these niggas. But why we gotta have these secrets? Because they made decisions. Our parents made personal decisions for them. You gotta make a personal decision for you. You don't have to walk around with a funny name. A nigga, they chose their funny name for them. I get it. You can, like I'm saying, how do you change it? Like, that's the fucked up part. Like, you, like a nigga, terrible, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's terrible. Like a nigga don't want to be named like Percy. You know what I mean? Or Donald. Or motherfucking you know what I mean? Like it's good. Oh my god. I remember I don't even like David. You know what I mean? Like what, like I say, like, you know what I mean? Like, niggas don't like David and shit. That shit's so plain and just so, you know what I mean? Oh my god. That shit's so plain, right? Yeah, we fucked up, bro. This shit crazy and shit. This shit crazy and shit. Like I say, niggas gotta make their own choices, man. And I mean, yeah, our parents made their choices. We sitting here holding a bag. We sitting here stuck trying to hold on to some legacies of some crackheads and Muslims and shit. And it's like I said, I can't, bro. Like, right? How many niggas that got Hebrew names, right? Got parents that gave them like a Muslim name. How many niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? What's Tazariak real name? Is Tazariak real name, like, you know what I mean? Like, he might got a Muslim name. Like, if I'm saying, it might be easier for niggas in this second generation of this degeneracy to fall for this shit. It's easier for niggas. That's crazy. Yeah. Like, you know, it's the loved ones. It's the loved ones that did us over. You know what I'm saying? It's the ones that we love that hurt us the most, you know? And it's like, you trying to go back generations, but you can't deal with the nigga with the nigga right here. I can't deal with the nigga right here. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I never thought, you know, like, again, we all sitting here believing the truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. Right? But the truth is like the light. You know what I'm saying? The truth will set you free to do what? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have the mindset and the mentality, the truth ain't shit. the truth is what you're gonna keep hiding as a secret. Because again, like I understand, like I say, the light, all that did is turn the lights on. Like if we can't accept what happened to us, like again, like I say, the worst thing for us right now is that grandma was an Indian. I gotta just do a whole fucking shit on that. That's the worst thing. And I'm about to go do that right now. Peace to the gods.